Welcome to this week's Movie Math, giving you an in-depth analysis of the box office for the weekend of March 3rd, where animation reclaimed the box office throne. See, sadly, 2011 was not a good year for our pixelated friends, as most opened in the 30 million range or lower. But while the trees in The Lorax aren't green, its money sure is. Yes, The Lorax debuted with $70.7 million this weekend, the biggest opening of 2012 so far, and the biggest debut for an animated film since 2010's Toy Story 3 and Shrek Forever After. In fact, for a non-sequel, this debut puts The Lorax on the same level as Finding Nemo and The Incredibles. It's also the biggest opening ever for any Dr. Seuss movie. But even beyond all that, The Lorax is the fourth biggest opening for any Universal title ever, and it's their biggest debut for an original movie. This is why the studio was so eager to get into the animation game, and they couldn't have found a better partner than Chris Meledandri and his Illumination Entertainment. And with just 3 pictures, Illumination Entertainment already has 2 hit franchises. Despicable Me 2 is set for 4th of July weekend 2013, and I'm sure that as we speak, the studio is trying to dream up a sequel for The Lorax. This is also a huge win for Universal's publicity department, who seem to have saturated the market just right with what is most likely an advertising budget bigger than what it cost to make the movie, $70 million. I'm sure Universal would also like to thank 3D and IMAX 3D, assets that Finding Nemo and The Incredibles didn't have just less than a decade ago, further proving that this technology continues to be a huge boon to Tinseltown. After all, 50% of the Lorax's haul came from 3D and IMAX theaters. And the money just won't stop there for Universal either, oh no! I saw the Lorax on Sunday afternoon in a sold-out theater no less, and it was easy to imagine a Lorax expansion to the Universal Studios theme parks, complete with log flume ride and singing fish. And I would go to there, as I hope many people would, because ironically, at the heart of all the Lorax's commercial success is a very powerful message, not just about environmentalism, but corporate greed. This movie could not have opened at a better time, and next year, I bet we see How Bad Can I Be win the Oscar for Best Original Song. I know, I've already downloaded it. For the sequel, let's see the Lorax take on campaign finance reform. Occupy Thievedville, hooray! How crazy can a party be if fuzzy little animals drown it out? But regardless, while Project X might not have been the place to be this weekend, it still took the number 2 spot with $20 million. That's right in line with Chronicle's recent opening, and this is one party that will certainly last well into DVD and pay-per-view. As for the rest of the box office, the overall rush to see the Lorax led to some bloodletting across the board. The worst drop was for Tyler Perry's Good Deeds, which fell 55% from its opening weekend and looks to be one of Perry's worst performers at the box office. Somewhere, the producers of the upcoming Alex Cross movie are sweating, and Idris Elba is smiling. And Safe House joined The Vow as the first 2 movies to cross the century mark this year. They should enjoy this quiet time before the Lorax blows past them in just a few days, quickly followed by the upcoming onslaught of spring and summer blockbusters. Indeed, 2012 is shaping up to be a boffo year for Hollywood, up for the 9th week in a row compared to last year. And to highlight what a stinker 2011 was for movies, The Artist expanded its run to capitalize on its Best Picture win, yet still only pulled in a little under $4 million. With just $37 million overall, The Artist is the second lowest Best Picture box office performer in recent memory. Only The Hurt Locker made less, but that was already out of theaters when it won, unlike The Artist. As for this upcoming weekend, John Carter is expected to make the wrong kind of headlines with a mere $25 million opening, while Silent House and 1,000 Words aren't expected to fare much better. But that's great news for Universal and Illumination Entertainment, with no contenders to chop down the Lorax. And that's the weekend box office. I'm Grace Randolph, and we just did some movie math. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll go beyond the trailer for these other top movies.